This is The Professional Stepdad, a place where we share stories, strategies, and ideas for men just like you to help answer that one important question: how can I be a better stepdad?
And we're live. Welcome back to the show. My name is Franco Zavala. Thank you very much for joining me. Episode 53. Let's jump right into it. But before we do, please remember, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share, comment if you can, even if it's like just a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm on YouTube to help get this show on a bigger platform. So I would really, really appreciate it already. Since you guys are here, might as well just do it. Today we're going to talk about the relationship that you have with your partner and how it is directly connected with the relationship that you have with your kids. I've said this over and over again. I've probably repeated it maybe almost every episode that we kind of cover how important it is to have this dynamic duo teamwork partnership with your significant other, because it's going to play a huge role in not only how your kids look at you, but how your stepkids view you as the leader within the home. If they see this flirty, connected relationship consistently every single day, what it does is it helps, like in a subconscious way, it helps them kind of step back and say, wow, mom's happy, or dad's happy. And I don't have to be so guarded. We don't give the kids, so in any type of blended family scenario, we never give the kids enough credit, right? We're always so worried about the kids. We're always so worried about what are they going to say and how are they going to react, and are they going to accept me, and do they believe that I'm the leader or the man that's supposed to be in this home. We ask ourselves so many questions about ourselves that are directly connected with this fear that we have that the children are not ready, or they're not mentally prepared, or, what are the kids going to do? You guys, listen, the children are smarter than you think. They are way smarter than you think. And children in general react and act and respond to an emotional connection that they have either with you, with mom, with the siblings, with grandparents, with aunts, uncles. So we got to give them more credit because they are aware, they are in tune, they are definitely paying attention. But as stepdads, what we do is we jump into the scenario, right? And we're like, accept me, accept me, accept me, accept me. Please let me into this home. Treat me with respect. I want to be the father, And they're, think about that. Like, think about what would happen if you did that to, I don't know, anybody. They'd be, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they put these guards up, right? Subconsciously, they want mom to be happy. And they know that if mom's happy, it's a happy home. And they know that if the relationship is strong, that means you're there for a reason. You're there for a purpose. You actually are bringing value to the relationship. The value that we bring to any blended family situation, the value that we bring to the home, is going to always be connected. It's like the lifeline of your relationship that you have with your partner. The unbreakable bond and teamwork that you have with your partner will be the standard that is not only set within your home, but it'll be the inherited standard, routines, habits, all that stuff that's going to happen when they get older. Think about it like this. My whole driven purpose is to change the narrative around what it means to be a stepdad. And the moment the new standard is set, the moment that new values and habits and routines are set within just my home, just my parameters, fast forward, let's say 20 years, now the perception of stepdads is different just in my kid's mind, which means it's going to be different in whomever they connect with, or whomever they talk to, or whomever they get into a relationship with. And it's important to understand that that's how the narrative changes. Their narrative changes by first changing it within your home. You cannot change it by complaining on social media and platforms. You cannot change it by calling all your friends and family talking about how miserable you are, how the kids don't respect you. Like I said before, it always starts with you, but the partnership, the connection that you have is so incredibly important. It's so incredibly important because it sets this tone for the house. So, I've said this before, where we talk about, as a new stepdad, you come into the home and the first thing you want to do is get the kids to accept me. Second thing you want to do is get the kids to respect me. And the third thing you want to do is get the kids to love me, to see me as dad or the man of the home. We never work on ourselves. We don't focus on our partnership or our relationship. And when we do it in that backwards order, or even if it's just all over the place, it rarely works, guys. It rarely works. And it rarely works because, it's like building a home starting with the walls. It just don't do that. So, I've been going kind of hot and heavy on these videos that I've been making for social media that are just connected with my relationship. And here's the crazy thing. I'm not coming up with anything new. I'm not like sitting in my home and going, okay, what stuff can I make up today to show them how a relationship should be? All I'm doing is literally just filming the moment that it happens. When I feel that it's about to happen, I'm like, nope. I'm pretty sure people will get value out of this, and away I go. I'm going to be doing that with what I do with my kids. I'm going to be doing that what I do with my wife when we're having our off days, or we're having our off weeks, or when we're having an off month, because it happens. Nobody's perfect. But the difference between those who will have the off days, weeks, or months, and then end up leaving, and me, is that I've laid the foundation, set the standard and values, and with routines and habits. I developed a system that works for me, that is centralized on making myself better, making my team and my partner better, with my relationship with my wife, and then the kids and how I can individually connect with them. Because as they grow, they change. Their interests are different. Their music is different. Their hormones kick in. So much stuff. So if you are one of those stepdads that are stepping into a home where, you have kids that are between the ages of, like, let's say 8 and 11, they're going to always show you more love. But as the hormones kick in, if you haven't laid that foundation, if you haven't set those standards and values and routines, as their hormones kick in and as they get older, they get moodier. And if you haven't developed that bond with them, or if they can't feel, intuition, using their intuition, if they can't feel that it's just home and comfortable because you and mom are just killing it, then they're gonna, as they get older, they're gonna start talking back more. They're gonna start kind of going after you when it comes to like arguments and so on and so forth. So I cannot stress this enough. It's important to remember that if by changing the narrative, by allowing others to see you for you, the first thing you have to do is please just work on you. Read books, watch videos, come up with habits and routines in the morning that are benefiting you, that you can pass on. It's not about like, as men, we have like necklaces or rings or watches, or, moms have passed down family emblems, or like the way we cook at Thanksgiving. These are things that we pass on to our kids. And the crazy thing is those are worthless. Those are worthless in the grand scheme of things. Who cares if you can cook your meatloaf like grandma did? Why are you an asshole? So, got to do that. You have to do the work, period. And you got to come up with these things and just test it. Test it, patience. See what happens. See how it works. So these videos that I've been making on social media, they're just simple and plain and nothing big to it. And they're connecting with individuals, men and women, all over the world now, because all I'm doing is living my truth and living my moment and being aware of that moment, right? So listen, stepdads, it's very important to remember this. What you're doing right now as the man in the house, everything you've done up to this point, if you have not changed this about you, if you have not built this bond with your relationship and your partner, okay, if you have not done this, don't even worry about the kids, because it's not going to work. But Franco, I had such a great day yesterday. Stephanie and Timmy, they were sitting on the couch and they were loving me, and they just, we had just that moment. Yeah, you're going to have those moments. Everybody does. At the end of the day, you're still the man in the home. You're still the dad, the protector, the leader. They're going to still feel a sense of comfort around you. But why do you blow up when, lights are left on or clothes are left on the floor, or when one of your kids just say one bad thing back to you because, again, they're kids, and you just, and away you go. Boom. All just like that, you're either your father, your mother, or whomever raised you. That's how it changed. That's how you pass on horrible traits and horrible values and horrible standards. And then the narrative change that I'm trying to attempt around stepdads never works. So take this for what it is, stepdads. Are you valued? Yes. Are you worth it? Absolutely. Are you doing your best? 100%. If you haven't heard that today, hear it from me. You are doing your best. You have done what most men will never do. Now that you have that, remember that it's not enough. It's not enough to just do that. It's not enough. This scenario that you're in demands more of you. It demands more of you, but more important, it demands a new you. It demands that you change who you were. It demands that you put all your attention and focus on your relationship with your partner. Just trust me. Trust me. Are you having a hard time with your kids? People are talking back to you? Don't respect you? Look at your relationship with your wife. Really look at it though. Like analyze it over the next, 2 weeks. And ask yourself, oh shit. Like I'm not doing everything I need to do for me and my partner to be just an unbreakable team. When you have an unbreakable system, when you have a team that is on the same page, that are communicating with one another and share the workload in the home, the problems that you have right now with your kids are minimal. They're easy to take care of because you and your wife or you and your partner or you and your husband, no matter what, you're on the same page. See how important that is? It's very important. I'm talking to an amazing woman right now that connected with me over TikTok, and she's having a problem where she just can't let go of who she was and how she was raised, and she's got a son who has the stepdad in her life, and they were kind of raised the same way in the same kind of neighborhood, the same type of environment, and she's kind of waking up to, it's not working for me. And now the bio dad's jumping back in the picture, and stepdad's getting jealous, and the partner, the connection that he has with his stepson is great. Like they're great friends, but then because they're great friends and not father and son in a way of living, when son doesn't like it, he reverses the roles. He talks back, he doesn't respect, etc. And mom has been has been so hurt by the past that she's having a very hard time getting to the point of allowing stepdad to talk to her son in any way. She's the protector. You can't talk to him like that. Don't do that. All that bull crap that we hear or we learn from this current way of living as a stepdad. All the shit that you hear is all bullshit. It's all dumb. But here's the important part about this whole scenario. She reached out to me, which means that she is actively seeking ways to change and grow. Is it going to be easy? No. Did I give her a lot of work to do? Yeah, I did. And it started with her. It started with her self-talk. She couldn't say one great thing about herself. It was crazy. And she just laid out her life and how bad it was. And I made it very clear. Look, you're telling me about your life and how crappy it was and how hard it was to grow up. And now you're in a current situation in your life where you're almost like, it's like a repeat. And you don't want to repeat how you were raised. How do you change that? Well, first, recognize the value and recognize the strength that you have within you is what I told her. She made it through this really shitty childhood. She's here. That means she's strong enough. She's here for a reason. She's strong enough. She made it. That's power. So now she has to deal with the fact that stepdad is not the best communicator, and he's dealing with inherited ignorance from his family and the way he was raised, and so on and so forth. And then and it just trickles on down the line. So it's important. Start changing what you do, and then get on that relationship. Get into a relationship where you guys are communicating with one another and actually actively making each other better. And the kid stuff just happens. It just takes care of itself. I can't stress that, guys. Kids are smart. They are in tune. They know. Their intuition can tell when mom is happy. Always. It's awesome. So there is really no set episode title today. I'll just call it babbling or daily thoughts. Yeah, we'll call it daily thoughts. I just got back from vacation. These are my daily thoughts since I got back. I'm excited for all the stepdads out there who are actively seeking ways to get better. And I'm excited for the moms out there who are allowing these men to do it. Stepdads, if you need to hear this right now, I'm going to tell you this so you can show it to her. Moms, I know you're protecting the kids. I know you've been hurt. I know you have pain. I know you've suffered. I know your trust is limited to about right here. There are great stepdads. There are great men and leaders out there. But remember, go back to when you guys first met and you told him that you had kids. He wasn't like, oh, you have kids? Let's get into a relationship. It wasn't about that. The kids are just a bonus. They're not a burden. Stop talking about your children like a burden when meeting a new man, right? When meeting a new somebody in your life. But when you do let that person in because you fell in love with them or you see a life with them, you cannot allow them to grow as a leader and as a man within your home. You can't allow them to grow as the protector of the family if you are only allowing him to work with one finger on one hand. No way, you're not going to do that. You got to work on that communication to get each other on the same page and go in 50-50. Trust me. That's how you build that trust. Okay, guys, again, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share, algorithm, all that YouTube fun stuff. Thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate you guys, every one of you. Talk to you soon.